Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video all about comparisons and self-worth. This is actually a video that I wanted to film for a while now, just because it's something that I found that I personally struggle with, and I feel like a lot of people my age struggle with it. In society today, we're constantly bombarded with social media and just different outlets like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, where we can find beautiful and talented people who have really unique, amazing qualities, and through that it's kind of like an outlet for us to lose our self-worth and to really just admire them and put them on a pedestal and then just kind of throw ourselves down. And so I just wanted to kind of give my 2 cents and my insight on this topic. So just to start off, I think that seeing the beauty in other people is a really good thing. I think that it's human nature for us to look at someone and admire someone for their positive qualities. Nobody really taught us, just kind of naturally are inclined to do it, which is why I think that it's a good thing and that we should keep on doing it, because when you do see the positive qualities in people, it's just uplifting others around you, and it's just showing them how amazing they are as people, and it's just creating that culture of like honoring people and making sure that everyone feels like they're important. A lot of times how bullying comes across is when you emphasize things that people don't like about themselves, and so I feel like when you do emphasize the things that people like about themselves, that's an amazing thing that you shouldn't stop doing. What we should be changing is how we think about ourselves, because I guess where the self-worth comes in is when you look at someone and you compare them to yourself, and then you say, hey, like they're so talented in this one area that I'm not talented in, I must suck. And so I think that's where it kind of has that fault, is when you start putting people up on a pedestal and then you start throwing yourself down because you don't see yourself as great as you see them. And that is definitely something that I personally have struggled with for so long, and I still struggle with, because it's so easy for me to look at someone and see how incredible they are and then forget to look at myself and remind myself how incredible I am. And that might be something that a lot of you guys struggle with too, so I just want to say that first off, it's normal to do that, but it's definitely really important for you to always turn around and look back at yourself and know that you have qualities that are just as amazing as that other person. They may be different qualities, but that's what makes us all unique as human beings. This might seem really cliche, you know, like you're unique in your own way, but that really is what it comes down to, the fact that everyone has their different special unique qualities and quirks to them, and we just have to constantly remind ourselves to look back and reflect on our own person and see the beauty in ourselves. Honestly, sometimes it just comes down to, hey, that person is really talented and that person has great attributes. However, I have great attributes of my own which are different from theirs but are still there. And I think that a lot of times people think that that's a vain way of thinking when you think about the good qualities of yourself, but I think that it's really important for us to really remind ourselves what makes us unique and what makes us beautiful and what makes us us. Because if you're constantly looking at someone else and if you're constantly saying how amazing they are, this culture, this society has so many things that are bombarding us, that are telling us that we're not good enough. You know, when you see the models on the magazine covers, or when you see actresses or famous Instagrammers or even famous YouTubers where you look up to them and you admire them, society is constantly telling you that you're not good enough. So it's really important for you to not get bogged down by all those influences that are telling you that you're not good enough by telling yourself that you're good enough. So one verse from the Bible that I think really fits with this video would be Psalms 139 verse 14, and it basically says, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well. And I just think that it's just such an incredible verse, one, because it's beautifully written, and two, because it speaks such truth. It really is true that we are wonderfully and fearfully made, that before we were even born, God had conceived the thought of us, and then he crafted it and he molded it, and he made draft after draft after draft to make us perfectly the way that we are, physically and emotionally, and just every part of you, everything that you like, that you dislike, that's how God made you to be. And then of course people might say like, oh, what about, you know, bad people in this world, or people who have changed? I think that just kind of falls under the fall of man and free will and all that stuff, which I mean I can go into, but I would rather just stay more on the self-worth part. But yeah, but God made you for a reason. And one way that I like to think about it is in English paper. When you want to make your paper absolutely perfect, what do? Well, you first brainstorm, and then after you brainstorm your ideas, you put it in an organizer, you know, hamburger style. And then after you have your organizer, you write your first rough draft, and then you have people peer edit it, and then you write your second rough draft, and then another peer edit, and you know, you just write draft after draft after draft until you finally come to your final draft, which you turn in, and you're hoping that you get 100 on, and you're hoping that your English teacher tells you, like, this is the best thing I've ever read. And that's how I imagine it when God formed humans, that there's so many different types of people in the world, whether it's physically, you know, different physical statures of people, or different, you know, race or different personalities, all these differences in people. I know for a fact that it's because God especially conceived the thought of like this person, and he said, I'm gonna make you, person watching this, I'm gonna make you special and unique in your own way, different from anyone else, and I'm gonna draft it over and over and over again so that you are the perfect you that I could ever make. And I think that that's just so incredible, and that's the main reason why when I look around at the people around me, I just see such beauty in them. I just see how unique they are and how amazing they are, just because God made them the way that they are. With that mindset, that is what has made me the person that I am today, and that's what compelled me to make this video, to share my ideas and my insight with you guys, because it's something that I really truly 100% believe. And yeah, I don't know, I hope that it spoke some truth into your life. Maybe you agree, maybe disagree, I don't know, but that's why I also find it kind of hard how people think that, you know, the world or people in general came from, you know, this small atom, a big bang, where it's like, oh, a 1 in a billion million chance of them like colliding, and then all the particles falling in the right place and things happening. And I mean, when I look at AP biology and I look at the way that the body functions and how the body is so smart on its own, it just is crazy for me to think that this was anything but draft after draft after draft after draft. And one big takeaway that I hope you guys get from this video is someone's excellence is not your inexcellence. Basically, someone else's achievements does not mean that you can't do something far greater or far better or anything like that. I think that a lot of times we're constantly in this hierarchy where there can only be one number one, when really everybody can be number one, but just in different areas and for different reasons. Just another trite saying, you can't compare apples to oranges, and I feel like that's the same way with people. There are 7 billion people in the world, and I like to say that there's 7 billion types of fruit in the world, so there's no way that you could ever really compare someone to someone else. Obviously, we have like qualities about our like personality or our appearance that are similar, but there's always going to be a difference about us that you can't compare. And I think that that's something that's also a really big takeaway, that can't compare apples to oranges, and there's 7 billion fruit in this world. Trying to wrap this video up, I feel like I've been talking for a while, but I started this YouTube journey because I absolutely love people. I love talking to people. I love hearing their stories and just seeing the beauty that God put in them. And I think that through this YouTube channel, I've learned so much about you guys. There are some people that I wanted to particularly point out, just because I've never met them face to face, but I've met them through YouTube. I met them through like their comments and their videos, and I've learned so much about them. I've met the fashion killer, Raytiana. She is absolutely amazing. Her confidence in her video is just something that I admire so much about her, and she is just an absolutely amazing person. I just love the fact that I was able to meet her through YouTube, because I feel like if I didn't start this channel, I would have never met her. I would have never known anything about her. So like seeing her and seeing her beauty, I am just like, wow, you're so amazing. But then again, whenever you see the beauty in someone else, you always have to go back and look at yourself and see the beauty in yourself. And the second person is Caseclothed. She has a YouTube channel, and I will link both the fashion killer and her channel down below. But yeah, you can just tell from her videos that she's just so creative. Her makeup tutorials are absolutely flawless. Even though they're so simple, they're also really sophisticated and classic and elegant, and I just absolutely love watching her videos and like her K-pop inspired tutorials. Those are just absolutely incredible. And then when you read her description, you can just tell so much about her personality just through the way that she writes her descriptions. And yeah, it's just, when you see these people, you just see how incredible they are. And I mean, there's no way that you can't look at someone and see how beautiful they are and what qualities they have that are unique to them. So I really challenge you guys to go out and just see the beauty in the people around you, but then also remember to come back and see the beauty in yourself. Just remember that we're all special and unique in our own way, that no two people were made the same, even though I know it's like such a cliche, like what? But it really is so true. Every single thing about you, whether it's your personality or your physical appearance or your DNA, every nuance of your being is just unique and it's special. And I hope that I conveyed that in this video, that I really do see the beauty in each and every one of you guys, even though I may have never met you face to face, even if we've only talked through comments. I know that there's something about you that is really special, and I hope that you also know that too. But yeah, I just really wanted to share this video with you guys just to inspire you to see the beauty in everyone else and see the beauty in yourself. It's something that I really truly believe in and something that is really close to my heart. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. I will see you all next week, and yeah, talk to you later. Bye.